So Ellie here has never used, what's it called?
It's called Speech Jammer.
The Speech Jammer app. You might be familiar with it. It's the one that kind of has like an echo of your voice playing through your ears. Mm-hmm. I've done it before. It's something that is very useful to people that have speech impediments.
Oh, really?
Stutters and everything. Yeah. We're gonna give it a shot. Ellie, you're gonna go first?
Yeah.
Okay. And I've decided that she is gonna try to read a bit from William Faulkner's As I Lay Dying. This is important.
No. That's already hard to read, isn't it?
Yes. Also, I don't like William Faulkner.
Then why do you own this book? Okay.
You ready?
No. Okay. Because it is not us that can judge our sins or know what is sin in the Lord's eyes. She has had a hard life, but so does every woman. But you'd think from the way she talked that she knew more about sin and salvation than the Lord. Than them who have strove and labored with the sin of this. It's weird.
Snake Ellie over here. Sin and...
It doesn't feel like I'm doing anything weird.
No.
Like, I just feel like I'm talking regularly.
Yeah, exactly. It's weird, right?
It's so weird.
You're trying so hard to hold it together, but the entire time, it's just throwing you off so much.
Yeah. Craven's gonna be reading from Neil Gaiman's The Graveyard Book, because I've been reading it, and so why not?
We're doing this on the, I guess, the standard.
Yeah, it says
152
to do it at 150
milliseconds.
is recommended.
There's a decent paragraph right here. I'm gonna hit start and go. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, it's already started. Here we go. There were some lessons that Bod had mastered. He had eaten a belly full of unripe apples, sour and white-pipped, from the trees some years before, and had regretted it for days, his guts cramping and painful while Miss Owens lectured him on what not to eat. It's impossible to maintain a steady rhythm. You kind of go...
You're doing really good, though.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, maybe we should slow yours down.
Maybe so. Maybe I'm too good at this.
I think he's too good at this.
Now, he had always waited until the apples were ripe before eating them, and never ate more than 2 or 3 a night. He had finished the last of the apples the week before, but he liked the apple tree as a place to think. It mostly hurts my head.
Mega slow.
Ooh, so we're gonna go twice the speed. So we started off at 150 milliseconds, so we're gonna go to 300. 303 milliseconds. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pick a different story from Neil Gaiman's The Graveyard Book, a different paragraph, on a different speed. It really did start to kind of make my brain go, what are you doing?
What's happening?
What's happening? You know, because I was trying to concentrate on it and try to block out this sound. I'm surprised I held it together because up here I felt like passing out. Down the street and up the hill... Down the street and up the hill came the Duke of Westminster, the Honorable Archibald Fitzhugh, and the Bishop of Bath and Wells, slipping and bounding from shadow to shadow. I think one thing is it needs to be louder because you turned it down.
Turn it up.
Slipping and bounding from shadow to shadow, lean and leathery, all sinews and cartilage, wearing raggedy clothes all a tatter, and they bounded and loped and skulked, leapfrogging over dustbins, keeping to the dark side of hedges. Am I drunk?
Sounds like it.
They were small, like full-sized people who had shrunk in the sun, and they spoke to each other in undertones. They spoke to each other in undertones, saying things like, "If your grace has any more blooming idea of where we is than we us do." That's how it's written. I'd be grateful if he'd say so. Otherwise, he should keep his big awful hole shut. Shut.
Big awful hole shut.
Yeah, it was. Whew. Well.
That was very well done.
All right, so you need to try it on the slower speed, even though you already were pretty affected.
Oh, I know. This isn't gonna go well.
My second choice is gonna be a passage from one of the greatest basketball books ever written, The Free Darko. Undisputed Guide to Pro Basketball. Ellie, are you a basketball fan?
No, Joseph, I'm not.
Okay.
I feel like I know about basketball because of you, so this should be very
I have that influence on people.
informative.
I'm very influential.
Yeah. We're used to thinking of history as both bigger and smaller than the present. Bigger in that it often takes on the glare of mythology. Doing so good?
So good.
Smaller as it's seen in the rear view, giving the impression that we've surpassed it. Then there are figures like Wilt Chamberlain, whose body of work is
Chamberlain!
whose body of work is most staggering when we drag it kicking and screaming into the harsh light of the present. Wilt dropped 100 in a single contest, averaging 50 for a season and obliterated the NBA record.
You're so much more entertaining than I am. You don't sound like a human.
Really?
Yeah, you don't sound like a human. You talk like a robot. Wilt Chamberlain.
Okay, should we crank it up one more notch?
I think so. So it's at 303 milliseconds. Ellie's now going to do a different basketball essay. Don't look at it. You
These
can't read
names
it.
are hard.
Okay. Then pick a
no-name one.
no-name one.
Sorry.
What's the most no-name era in NBA history? The early 2000s? That's a joke because most people weren't. It wasn't a great decade. Here we go. Another basketball essay. This we've cranked it up to 1,000
How do you say that?
milliseconds. Shaquille O'Neal.
Thank you.
You know who Shaquille O'Neal is.
I've never seen it written out before.
That's true. Yeah, it's different seeing it, but you know who that is.
Like the 80s, the new century began with problems to solve. Now it's just too slow, I think.
Okay.
Jordan was gone, and in his place, Allen Iverson, who fit every thug stereotype imaginable, was the game's most popular player. In the 2001 finals, Iverson went toe-to-toe with the mighty Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant, Phil Jackson Lakers, a manufactured dynasty that accumulated through just falling to pieces. How'd I do? How'd I do? How'd I do? How'd I do?
Honestly, I think it was one of the worst ones in terms of your pacing. You started off and it was like the 80s, the new century began with problems to solve. Allen Iverson.
Look at this beautiful copy of
The
Lord of the Rings. This one.
Okay.
Treebeard.
Whew. Good. I hope I end up sounding like Treebeard.
Yeah, me too.
Here we go.
Turn it up,
Make sure
crank
the
it up,
volume
crank it up.
volume is. But you are hasty folk, I see, said Treebeard. I am honored by your confidence, but you should not be too free all at once. There are ints and ints, you know, or there are ints and things that look like ints but ain't, as you might say. I'll call you Mary and Pippin, if you please. Nice names. For I am not going to tell you my name, not yet at any rate. This is exhausting.
I know, you're doing great.
A queer, half-knowing, half-humorous look came with a green flicker into his eyes. My brain wanted to put words there that weren't there. I think because I'm hearing it. For one thing, it would take a long time. My name is growing all the time. And I've lived a very long time, so my name is like a story. Real names tell you the story of the things they belong to in my language, in the old Intish, as you might say. It's a lovely language, but it takes a very long time to say anything in it, because we do not say anything in it. Because we do not say anything. Because we do not say anything. Unless it is worth taking a long time to say and to listen to.
That was very well done.
It's exhausting.
You sounded like your vowels just all became the same sound
They're-
at one point.
Yeah, they're...
Really weird.
Ooh, there you go.
Should we try singing a song?
You should, because you're the singer.
No.
Ellie's
we
a
should
singer.
both try. So you pick a song for me to sing, and I'll pick a song for you to sing.
You ready? Mary Had a Little Lamb?
I'm ready.
Here we go. Speech jammer, Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Take one.
Professional singer.
Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little whose fleece was white as snow.
How did you feel?
I felt confused. confused.
Like you felt, did you feel, oh, okay. And it was like, yeah, I mean, the notes were all pretty much the same, but you just kept going, slowing down, speeding up, slowing down.
You know what song I'm gonna sing really fast? Just
Do
for
it,
fun.
do it.
Feliz Navidad.
Yes.
Okay. Feliz Navidad.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Feliz Navidad.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da.
Feliz Navidad. Prospero año and felicidad. I'm gonna wish you a Merry Christmas. I'm gonna wish you a Merry Christmas. I'm gonna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart.
This is good. This is real good.
Alright, you do an easy one and then a hard one, okay?
All right, what am I gonna do?
Easy one, do,
Okay, row, row, row your boat?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
I'm gonna do row, row, row your boat as my easy one. Here we go. It's gonna be like I have a round going myself. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 merrily. I lost count. There's too many merrilies. Been so many merrilies. These people are so merry in this boat.
You can do this, ready?
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 merrily. Life is but a dream. I don't know about you guys, but that was flawless execution.
That was incredible. I don't
Right.
think I've ever heard that sung that way before.
What's my more difficult one?
All the songs that I feel like everybody knows are Christmas carols.
Great, give me a Christmas carol.
You
I
can
can do
sing
this.
Away in a Manger.
Alright, here we go. I'm gonna sing Away in a Manger. Speech jammer. Away in a manger, no crib for a bed. The little Lord Jesus laid down his sweet head. The stars in the bright sky look down where they lay.
Oh my gosh!
It's so hard to get S's and L's out at the beginning of words. As they, it's hard to get up. The little Lord Jesus asleep on the hay.
Yay!
Lay.
You sound like this. The little Lord Jesus. You sound like you just have like cotton in your mouth. That was incredible.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm glad we did that.
Me too.